After 3 years of the liberal media sounding like a broken record, constantly talking about impeachment and the Russians, I'm glad we've finally been able to put all that behind us and move on as a country. Oh wait, what's this?
We begin tonight with that developing headline involving the president and Russia and a new intelligence report that says Russia is right now reportedly trying to help the president get reelected.
Russia is interfering in the election with the hope of getting the President Trump reelected.
That's right. Well, if we see a pattern now developing within this administration where a couple of things keep on happening.
The president is a Russian operative. That sounds like the description of a bad Hollywood screenplay, but it is real. And it is Vladimir Putin's greatest achievement. Decades after America's victory in the Cold War and the collapse of the Soviet Union, the president of the United States is now helping the president of Russia help the president of the United States to get reelected so that the president of Russia will have 4 more years of the president of the United States who he wants in the Oval Office.
I highly doubt the accuracy of these reports because if the Russians wanted to undermine the United States, they would be supporting Bernie Sanders. Oh wait, what's this? The Washington Post is reporting that Bernie Sanders has been briefed by U.S. intelligence officials that Russia is trying to help his presidential campaign. Now that's a story I can believe. And now CNN is walking back their initial reports. The U.S. intelligence community has assessed that Russia is interfering in the 2020 election and has separately assessed that Russia views Trump as a leader they can work with. But the U.S. does not have evidence that Russia's interference this cycle is aimed at re-electing Trump. And a friendly reminder, Michael Moore participated in a protest outside of Trump Tower in New York City that was literally organized by Russian trolls on Facebook because they were playing both sides in order to sow discord and try to undermine trust in America's institutions, which the Democrats have obviously fallen for hook, line, and sinker. There's plenty more to come in this video, so stay tuned, but real quick, subscribe to my channel if you're new here, because if this is your first time watching one of my videos, it's obvious this is the coolest channel on all of YouTube, and you'll want to check back here on a regular basis. And after word got out that the Russians are actually helping Bernie Sanders in the Democratic primaries, former presidential candidate Eric Swalwell saw that as more evidence of Trump colluding with the Russians.
The real question, though, is did Donald Trump know that Russia had a preference for Bernie Sanders? Because Donald Trump, for the past few months, has constantly, not so subtly and consistently, been tweeting that his preferred candidate, essentially, is Bernie Sanders. So the question is he taking intelligence that he's getting and then feeding it back to be aligned with Russia so he gets the candidate he wants in the general?
Yes, Congressman Fartwell, and I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you and your meddling flatulence. But there's something else the Democrats are concerned may interfere in this election. Memes.
Mike Bloomberg's campaign played a doctored video from the debate. His campaign posted it. I want to share it.
I'm the only one here that I think that's ever started a business. Is that fair?
Now, that wasn't true. Crickets. That was obviously there for a dramatic effect. The campaign has said it was tongue-in-cheek. But when somebody sends you that clip from the debate, that looks really good for the mayor and it looks really bad for everyone else, and it's not true.
Right.
Would content like that get flagged as misinformation?
We actually reached out to Twitter about this specific thing, and they said, yeah, this is a good example. This is something that, we would flag as not real. And that's the thing, is like that clip, there was about like a second or two of silence, not 20 seconds of silence or whatever. That's the sort of thing, without the crickets, people might take seriously. And that's how disinformation sort of steamrolls, and if nobody's going to stop it, it could change narratives. It could change the outcome of the election. We've been there before.
A boomer meme may change the outcome of the election, huh? Everyone knows that the left can't meme, but apparently they don't get memes either.
Now, I'll tell you what, my boss is standing here just offset, so I can't use the word that I want to use for that. But in Canada, for short form, we call it BS. Twitter is considering reporting that video, labeling it as manipulated, which it should, because it obviously is.
And look at this, MSNBC. I found another doctored video from the last debate. Hopefully you can get the word out before it continues to dupe more people into thinking it's real. Well, it looks like we're going to be hearing a lot more about the Russian bots from now on, which reminds me, I do have a Russian bot t-shirt in my online store at markdice.com. And like all of my designs, it is available in a t-shirt, long sleeve, and a hoodie, and a whole bunch of different colors as well. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check it out.